Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a Tuesday night and welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager Series. Hope you're all doing well, whether live in the chat or you're catching up post live stream. Hope you're doing well, having a good week so far. Lance Stroll, hello buddy, how's it going, mate? I hope you're well. And yeah, hope you had a good weekend. If you're in the UK, hope you had a nice long weekend, and hope you had a good Easter weekend, and also enjoyed the Formula 1 at the weekend, which was a better race in terms of overtaking and action, and obviously all kicked off on that first lap with Piastri and Verstappen, of course. I'm sure we'll get into that later. Outscore Lance in the race now and take points. Yeah, so yeah, no, it was an interesting race for sure. And that first lap was that first first two corners really opened up some controversy, I think, with yeah, different opinions. But I think ultimately it was the right decision if you take into account the actual racing rules. And I think Red Bull played it well, actually. I think Max, no matter what, wanted to lead that race after the first couple of corners, because as we saw, being in clean air made a massive difference. And I think if he's in P2, would he ever finished in P2 if he was behind Oscar from that opening lap? Because he might have been drawn in towards a battle with Charles, George and the rest of them. So I think Red Bull, you know, played it well at the end of the day. But I do think it was a fair penalty. And Max still drove a great race, actually, to be fair. Max, P2, doing big things in that Red Bull. Yeah, I'm not a Max fan, I'm a McLaren fan, but I think by far he's the best driver on the grid at the moment is Max. Henry, hello buddy, how's it going? Hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. But anyway, less of real Formula 1. I'm sure we'll chat on that as we go on in this race. We are in the virtual world, of course, in our Maserati series, and we are in Austria. This is a sprint weekend. Wilhelm, what season are you in? This is the first season in a new series. So first season with Maserati. Race 9, we're just doing a 20 race season this year. So we've dropped Miami, Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi, I believe, is the fourth race we've dropped. So yeah, race 9, it's a sprint weekend, but we're doing the full race here on the live stream. The full highlights of the sprint and qualifying will be in the YouTube episode when we drop that later on this week. But we're starting in P9 with Colapinto. He got a massive tow in qualifying off Maloney, helped him to get to Q3. And yeah, I don't think we've got the pace to probably stay there, but we'll see. Maloney P14, I think that's probably where we're at the moment. We're somewhere between 13th to 16th. So as we've seen in Monaco and Barcelona, especially with Maloney, if there's a few issues up front, we can sneak into those points. But if everyone's, you know, driving to the ability of themselves, but also their car, we're probably going to struggle to hang on to 9th and 10th and get into the points, but we'll see how we go. Addy, exactly. I don't know why people are proving screenshots to prove there's a video that can be seen clearly. Yeah, I mean, the screenshots are just irrelevant because you've got to look at telemetry. So basically what you're saying is, if I accelerate, you know, if I take a corner 20, 30 mph quicker than you physically can to make the corner, but by doing that I edge ahead of the car and I go off track, it's my corner. It doesn't work like that, and I think that's what's been frustrating to see a load of people argue. Just, if you're a Max fan or not a Max fan, just accept, you know, it probably was fair. Max still drove a brilliant race to get P2, and what, he finished 2.7, you know, he was still nearly in with a chance to win the race. But yeah, start all this, you know, if it wasn't Max, they wouldn't have got punished and all this. It's just, yeah, look at the rules. It was a fair penalty. He had to concede, basically. And I'm just an advocate that if we had the old school racetracks, or if it's a street circuit in terms of, well, it was a street circuit, but if that corner specifically had a wall on it, or they don't want to use gravel pits as much anymore because they don't like the safety elements. But if there's a gravel sand trap there, you know, he's not cutting the corner, is he? So, yeah, we'll see. But I like the race. Good win for Piastri. But anyway, let's get this one underway then. Colapinto 9th, Maloney 14th. If you're not already, do smash that like button. Really helps me out.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. The composure of
Right,
Fernando
and he was
Alonso.
ahead at the apex
Really
Piastri and he
clear to
braked
see.
enough for the corner after
They
initial
find
braking
themselves starting
mid-corner.
in P7 and eyeing up a handful of points.
I'm not going to get into an argument. It is what it is, but I'll just
So let's
yeah.
see
If
what today
people want
has
to
in
believe
store,
that it was an
shall
unfair
we?
penalty, then so be it. But not the
It's
case.
the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand Prix.
Here we go then, we've got a Ferrari 1-2 in this one. Hamilton is on pole, Charles Leclerc
And it's
second,
lights
held for a
out,
little while.
and away we go.
We are underway then. And we're starting P9 with Colapinto, P14 with Maloney. Can we hold on to these positions? Maloney going to 13th. Colapinto, I was to say, he's on a mad one. He's up to P6 here. What is going on here? I was stunned in silence there as Colapinto is just
Now we can see what happened.
started P9.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
Got the Mercedes
The
there.
opportunity's there, and it's not
It's just getting
one
this toe
place
off
they've
this
gained
McLaren,
there.
basically. Alonso tried to come back at him, but around the outside, Colapinto is somehow into P6. Is he going for an inside move on Lando Norris of P5? Franco Colapinto
Good job.
is absolutely flying. What's the tyres? Softs. Got no hard runners, a mixture of soft and mediums. But what is Franco up to? He has had his Weetabix for breakfast as Franco, and he's
Okay,
flying.
good job there. At the moment, P11.
And Maloney's
Right
got
then, let's take a
Piastri.
look now. Now here, we're taking turn 6. It's certainly inviting.
Did something happen to Piastri then? Why is Piastri back there? I've missed that. Finley, hello buddy. How do you like the mod for F1 Manager 25 so far? Yeah, really enjoy it, buddy. Really enjoy it. Atty, hello buddy. How's it going? Wow, Franco Colapinto's on fire. He is. What a mega start from Franco Colapinto. He does need to go light on these tyres, but this isn't going to last too long for us, but it was fun while it lasted. But while he's high up here, it gives him a chance of perhaps some points today. Maloney. Oh, Albon's been forced out wide by the Red Bull, and look at that. Only thing with this track on F1 Manager in Austria is you can be forced out wide on 3 or 4 of the corners, so that might happen quite a bit here today. And we're going to have a few cars overtaking us, so it might happen to us. But Colapinto is fighting Max Verstappen somehow. Ate going very well. Kalpa going to the finals. Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff. Right, let's just let's settle down a bit here. Right, so Maloney's made it up to P10, so he's made 4 places, and Colapinto's also made 4 places, up from 9th to 5th. I don't think we've ever been as high as 5th, have we, in a Maserati? But it's not going to last too long, but let's enjoy it. Strategy, we're going soft, medium, sauce with Colapinto, soft, hard sauce from Maloney. First stop, as we just watched Lando Norris try to reclaim that position on Colapinto, which he is going to do. Yeah, Colapinto due to stop on lap 23, Maloney lap 19. As Norris, as we saw, got past Colapinto. And is Fernando Alonso going through on the inside? No, he's got Yuki Tsunoda on his outside. Got some DRS to defend. I'm doing an Arthur Leclerc on F1 24 and I joined Alpine, hopefully going to join Ferrari. Yeah, got to get him in that Ferrari. Nice stuff. Mike, thanks for the follow. 1K. Thanks, Atty. Do smash that like button if you haven't already. Have I just missed a Ferrari out wide there? I was looking at chat. I think Hamilton. Yeah, we're going to get a replay, thankfully. So as I said, you get a few cars pushed out wide on this track. Oh, and we were nearly into the side pods of Lewis Hamilton there.
And that puts them in 6th.
Bremmer McLaren, thanks for the follow. See you next live, Atty. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Right, Tsunoda got past Colapinto, so he's down in P6, but this is above expectations 4 laps into this race. We will have to ease off that fuel in a moment. Colapinto. Is he going to have a go on Yuki Tsunoda? He is. He'll get the DRS as well, because I think we were behind at the detection, and we're forcing Yuki out wide. And Yuki is mega out wide here. Oh, I told you this is the problem with the track, and Yuki is tumbling down the order. Franco Colapinto got his elbows out, and Yuki struggled to get back on the track here. On the sausage curb, and Franco had the DRS to pull away. This is an absolutely unbelievable start here. Colapinto is in P5 somehow. Maloney obviously got past Tsunoda as well there. What is going on? It's all kicking off. Right, let's ease off some fuel now, though. This is where it might go backwards, but let's wait and see. And don't forget, Maloney's on a hell of a point-scoring run. 6th in Monaco, wasn't it? And 8th in Barcelona. We weren't expecting to score points this year. And he's grabbing a load of points early on this year. And he's having a look at Antonelli. As Alonso's got past Franco. Yeah, DRS on the start-finish straight. Our pace is being kind of boosted a bit here because it's very hard to break the DRS. You've got 3 DRS zones here, so if we can just kind of keep with this top 10, the Tsunoda's now 12th. Yeah, what cars are we trying to beat here then? Tsunoda. Piastri got past us, would be 10th. Yeah, so we kind of need Tsunoda not to get back to this top 10, and it would give us a chance at least 9th and 10th here. Henry Chance at some great points today. Yeah, potentially it's Colapinto. We should join Colapinto, really. He's really
we're down at turn
fast.
5.
Fernando.
There's the opening.
Oh, on the outside. That's bold. Colapinto riding high in confidence. He's loving it out there. Right, let's just have a look at tyre life then. Colapinto on the sauce, 82%. Got 6% margin on Alonso. We are trying to go a little bit further on those sauce. Problem with us, if we get clean air, we'll probably be slower. So we want to stay with cars where we can. And as I say, we're just using the DRS for them to take us with them, basically. Maloney's down to 80%, which is to be expected because he's on standard rather than light work. Colapinto, no DRS here on Lando Norris. So Fernando Alonso is likely to get back past us. Oh, I think we're not going to get any DRS here either, so we might be under pressure from Lewis Hamilton as well. Yeah, no DRS then. We are getting a good slipstream though. That might just protect us. As we've got a yellow flag. Is Maloney okay? He is. What has happened here? I think it's behind us. I'm not seeing anything in front of us. What a long... Oh, it's Yuki. We wanted Yuki not to catch his top 10.
Was at turn 3. That's the moment they lose it.
Oh, and Yuki's had a big spin, and he's blocked half the grid there as well. Yuki Tsunoda now 6 seconds off Portoletto in 12th. Tyres down to 68%. That may well open the door for some nice points for us today. Still a long way to go though. It's only lap 6, so he's got a chance to recover that. But he's in a kick Sauber sandwich now, which is nice for us. Right, Colapinto reclaims that DRS on Fernando Alonso. Maloney has got Piastri coming back past him now, so that's to be expected really. But Maloney just needs to hang on to this P10 and stay on the tail of these. Got 3.6 to Albon.
No problem, no problem.
Albon on the mediums.
Behind.
Colapinto has got DRS, but he's got a fast-charging Ferrari. And it looks like Lewis might be getting past us now. Franco, is he going to try and stay on the inside? No, he can't. So down to P7. We are expecting to go backwards. But as I say, I would definitely take 9th and 10th here today if we can. And we've already lost a second to Hamilton, so we're starting to see ourselves slip down the order here. Now, Sonoda's actually lost a further position to one of the Kick Salvers. He's down to 14th. Tyres down to 63%. He's going to be one of the first to stop unless he's going to light work on those now. And here comes Kimi Antonelli, but again, not for the first time today. Franco Colapinto gets his elbows out. And Antonelli's on the grass, still got DRS, but he's now got Zane Maloney all over him.
Tires update.
Piastri did get past Colapinto there.
Feel quite good.
But Colapinto has got DRS to return the favour. It looks to be a little bit too far back. Maloney's got a good chance on Antonelli though, as we join him now. And there we go, Maloney through on Kimi Antonelli. Let's say we're not expecting really to fight with this group of cars we're with right now in the top 10. But if we can, Antonelli will probably get past us at some point. If we can hold on to 9th and 10th, we'll take that indeed. What's Antonelli on? He's on the soft, 67%. Good tyre management so far, really. And it looks like Kimi Antonelli is getting past Maloney there in the background, and he does. Does he get DRS to pull away? He does, unfortunately. So now Maloney's just got to concentrate on trying to stay with him. Get this DRS here. Try and stay with him in the final part of the lap. We'll use a bit of battery out of here, to be fair.
Overtake available.
Might even be enough to reclaim the position, and it is, I think. He's going to have the inside. Is he forcing him out? Oh, he is forced out. Antonelli, I think he was fine there, and then he just kind of drifted out afterwards.
At the moment you are
Let's have a look at that.
See a replay of that.
Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4.
I think we left enough
The
room there.
opportunity
Not that you
begging
get
to be
penalties
taken.
for that on this kind of on this game.
And they move into 9th.
Yeah, he just kind of pulled back off the track for some reason there, Kimi. But we take that because Albon's passed him, and that's given us a bit of breathing room. So we're now running 8th and 9th in this one, above expectations. And say we're typically looking to finish, well, on the basis of the performance of the car, between 13th and 16th. So this is good work from our drivers so far. Only 10 laps in though. But yeah, Abu Dhabi was a strange one for Lando again. He's making a lot of errors, isn't he, this year, Lando? And the biggest problem for McLaren is, which, I mean, it's something Martin Brundle said at the start of the year, which is ringing very much true now, is that, you know, Red Bull haven't got an issue where they've got to, you know, where Yuki Tsunoda or starting the season Lawson is going to be taking points off Max Verstappen. So we'll just see if Colapinto's going to make this move on Fernando. Let's have a look at the outside. So Max, you know, if he's in a position to win, or the Red Bull is, he's going to win that race. He's not going to have a Yuki challenging him for it. So he can maximise 25 points every time. Whereas the McLaren have got to balance that with Piastri and Lando. So I think this year McLaren, as they did last year with Lando, but too late with Lando. And obviously Piastri's got a point advantage for Lando. It's too early at the moment. I think after the halfway mark, if Piastri's got a lead on Lando, they have to be serious and say, look, second half of the season, we need to. You need to support Lando needs to support Oscar. Because I think the McLaren is the quickest car on the grid, but it's not dominating. As is Franco going to get this done this time on Fernando? Fernando doesn't let him have it easy, which is the Fernando way. Gonna get another bite of it here though. Though Fernando had the DRS actually there, so we were past him in detection. Yeah, I think McLaren have got to give preferential treatment to whoever's leading the championship early on this season if Max is sniffing about, because if not, they're just going to give the opportunity to Max to win it. If it's the Mercedes dominance of a few years ago or Max's Red Bull a couple of years ago, then they could probably just see it out because no team can get close to him. But the McLaren isn't that dominant. They are winning races, but it's by fine margins, so I think Lando has put even more pressure on himself because Oscar's now ahead of him. So that's going to be very interesting for Lando. Franco is continuing his battle with Fernando Alonso. Oh god, that was a bit squirrely through there. Franco's going to go on the outside though. Should get DRS to pull away this time, and he does. And we're back into P7. Albon's got within still around that 3 seconds. Well, under 3 seconds now to Maloney. Now, Albon is down to 56% on the medium tyre. But yeah, the biggest thing with Lando just seems to be his mentality. I think, and he has self-doubt, he's self-critical, and I think that doesn't help him at times, where Oscar Piastri is so calm and mellow, isn't he? He's very different to Lando, and very different to Max. Max is, you know, confident, aggressive. I think Oscar does have some of that aggression, but it's more chill. We've got a yellow flag. Maloney is okay. Probably want to get a bit of temperature just in Colapinto's tyres. It's Ollie Behrman that's had a spin this time. It's a game. Yes, it's a game. F1 Manager 24. As Behrman loses it. He's blaming the car. That's all good F1 drivers do. Right, Fernando, coming back to Colapinto. Just want to get the temps up on the tyres a bit with both drivers, actually, to be fair.
More push, more push.
Yep.
Why is Albon right on us now? Where is that 3 second gap gone? It's dissipated for some reason. I'm not sure what's happened there because we had about 3 seconds on Albon, but he's right there with us now.
Tires update.
All right, lap 19 with Maloney and lap 23 with Colapinto, so that's what we're working towards. To say, the concern is Tsunoda, but Tsunoda is still 10 seconds off the points. 47% softs.
Albon on DRS.
Yeah, Albon does have DRS. This is a problem now because it's going to be very difficult to pull away. What's Antonelli's tyres? They're 47%. Alonso 39% as Colapinto's just got back past him. Can we defend against Albon here? Colapinto got some DRS to pull away there. I'm going to use a bit of deployment, see if we can break the DRS to Fernando. But here comes Albono then. Against Maloney. He's going to try around the outside. He's going to get it done around the outside. Good work from Albon. Maloney probably could have been a little bit more defensive there. Let's put him on always defend.
Do your best, man.
Now he's got to just try and stay with Albon. Looks like Albon's pushing. I think that's why he's suddenly closed that gap quite quickly. But who's going to be in first here? Probably Fernando Alonso. Really abusing his tyres. Yeah, I expect Fernando to be in first. We haven't been able to pull away from him though. Right, Fernando is going to get back past us there. Right, Maloney is going to get DRS here. He's got Antonelli right behind him as well. He should be okay to defend against that because he's got the DRS. 15 of 71. And we're still in the points. Maloney looking either side of Albon, nothing doing. Got another chance here though.
Okay, do your best there.
Okay, got a good slipstream here. Alex covers off the inside early on, so we'll move out to the outside. This is the problem though, you can be forced out here, and this would lose a lot of time if we are. We're not, thankfully. Maloney trying to stay in there. Is he going to send it on the inside here? No.
Yeah, probably.
Too difficult through there. Right, Maloney, lap 19. I don't want to burn these tyres up too much.
Try to cool it down a bit.
Franco's just about held on to the DRS to Alonso. Alonso, 33%. Probably another lap or two, and Fernando's going to be in. Might be the end of this lap, to be fair. What is the gap to Sonoda? Still about, well, it's about 8 seconds, so he is bringing that down a little bit, and he's probably going to clear Bortoletto very soon. Maloney on the inside of Albon. He should get the DRS as well. He will. Albon's got no DRS. Kimi Antonelli is trying to force his way past as well.
He's 6 seconds.
And he will. The problem here is we've got no DRS now, and both of those will have DRS. Antonelli falls out wide again. I think that's for the 3rd time this race. Poor Kimi Antonelli. And he's going to lose out. And we should have just a bit of enough margin there to stay ahead of Albon. And Colapinto is back past Fernando.
Now we're watching the action closely here. They decide to give it a go. And the overtake is made.
There we go. Good work from Franco in his battle with Fernando. Devon team name. This is Maserati. We brought an original F1 team. Competed in the first ever Formula 1. One of the first ever Formula 1 teams. And they're back on the grid here. So we are Maserati. And if you haven't already, do smash that like button for me. Super appreciated. Helps me out. Helps the channel out. I've got a couple more laps to go, though, until Maloney jumps in.
Albon is in DRS.
Alonso did pit. Albon's not past us. Alonso, clean stop for him. So again, Maloney going to be under a lot of pressure. Probably not too much he can do here. Just needs to stay with these two. Albon's suddenly come in contention, though, with this stint, although it is a medium, so... But we did see in the strategies not too much difference between the medium and the soft here. Who got the DRS? We did. And that means it helps us in our defence. We carry on. Another 2 laps to go then, and Maloney's going to be in. Stroll and Behrman in as well. So Alonso, Stroll and Behrman, the first to pit. Where has Alonso come out? Behind Carlos Sainz. Can Carlos Sainz keep him behind? No, we want him to lose a bit of time, Alonso, but it looks like he's got that done nice and early. Tyres has Fernando gone on to. I didn't see that. He's gone on the hard tyres. That is what Franco's going to, what Maloney's going to go on to. Franco's going longer on the softs, so Maloney will be on the same tyres as Alonso, but it was Franco who was fighting Alonso, so he'll be on a bit of a split strategy to Fernando. I would expect everyone to at least 2 stop. Rick Rivers, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Much appreciated. All right, Maloney. Defensive job again here as Albon and Antonelli. Antonelli in a much quicker car, but probably getting frustrated in this battle as Yuki Tsunoda has stopped as well now. So Maloney's got 1 more lap to do. I might actually get Maloney in this lap. Because the tyre life is basically gone anyway. As Leclerc has developed a mechanical fault. Is this going to be a driver or a stupid Crofty? Yeah.
Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
The Crofty replays don't tell us, so we'll just have a look on the... Just have a look in here to see what that issue is. It's an ERS issue for Charles Leclerc. So, not major in terms of we're probably not going to retire him, but it might lose him a lot of pace if that stays. And Antonelli has followed us in, and the Merc might have a chance to jump us here because we haven't got very quick pit stops because we're obviously the first season in here. We might actually lose out to Kimi here, but we're not really fighting Antonelli. We are fighting Albon, so it does give us a chance to get that undercut on him. 2.8, yeah, being held. Yeah, so we do lose out. That's unfortunate.
More race, more race. At the moment we are P17.
What is ERS? Energy Recovery System. So it's basically the battery.
It's 1.5 from you.
The battery that you can use to give some more power to the car to attack or defend. Are you on Twitch? Display is messed up. Yeah, we're streaming on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, all under Califlat. So Maloney out in 17th. He's lost a bit to Antonelli there, though. Quite a bit, to be fair. And he's only got 2 seconds on Yuki Tsunoda, so Yuki Tsunoda is very much going to come back into this, isn't
Close
he?
the gap.
So we're going to need some help from that top 10 as Albon and Hamilton pit. Colapinto is... I don't know if he's going to get to his target lap here, you know. But Maloney's soon going to be under pressure from Tsunoda, and that's not really going to be a battle that we can... we're not going to be able to keep him behind. But again, what we could do is use Albon going to jump us here. That's going to be even worse for Maloney. Might just get past him, though, because Albon's got to get his tyres up to temp. Maloney's got a good chance here.
Tires okay at the moment.
Maloney then from the inside to the outside. Don't be forced out wide, please. Albon trying to defend it. But Maloney is going to be through. And he's going to carry on this battle with Alex Albon.
At the moment, they are going well.
Lover of Disney, thanks for the follow. How's the race? Race is going well so far. Thank you. Hope you're well. All right, Maloney then is going to continue this battle with Albon, no doubt. But here comes Yuki Tsunoda. We probably want to try and use Yuki's pace, stay in his DRS if we can. Colapinto's got George Russell all over him here. George Russell has just stopped. I think we have to get Franco in this lap. Maybe we'll go for one more as Tsunoda has got past Maloney. Maloney can use the DRS though. And Yuki's going to get DRS as well, but Maloney continues to fight him. And we're coming up to Esteban Ocon here, who's not stopped. Yuki using a lot of battery. Wow, look at the pace of that Red Bull. Oh, and we have to pull out of that. I'm going to lose some time now to Ocon, which will mean we'll lose out to Yuki Tsunoda here. Yeah, this is losing us a lot of time. I think I have to get Colapinto in now. This lap. All right, Bortoletto into the pits. Hulkenberg into the pits.
Yeah, keep doing it.
And Maloney through on Ocon. Yes, he is, and Albon has to wait, but we've got no DRS.
You are doing a good job there.
Labram Dizzy, thanks for the prime sub, much appreciated. Oh, we've got a bit of game glitching there as Ocon's inside our car for a moment. This is frustrating because Ocon's got the chance to come back to us. That's how strong the DRS is here. Ocon on 34%, use mediums, but we're going to have much better traction. Maloney's not going to give it up, and he's going to go round the outside, which will give him the inside to these two left-handers. And he should, let's say, should be past Ocon, but Ocon is really fighting it. It's not Ocon's fight. As we watch Franco Colapinto then.
Behind you, Albon.
Oh, it's a slow start. No! Oh my goodness. This is a world record stop. What's going on? 10.8.
Oh no! That's a slow pit stop there.
Oh, well. That has just gone terribly wrong for us. There is Franco, and that has just ruined his race, and it might ruin his chance of points here today. 10.8 pit stop. That is something. Oh, that is just devastating. Oh, that is devastating. Addy, one stop not possible. Not really now, because we've stopped too early for this stint. Oh, that is absolutely devastating for Franco. Well, that is guttering, isn't it?
Keep focus.
He had such a good tyre deficit as well.
Stroll straight behind.
Well, he had a And they had a tyre deficit in terms of him that already stopped. 10 seconds, so where should he have been? 10 seconds up the road. He would have been just behind Tsunoda. Oh, that's absolutely gutting. Oh well, still only 24 laps gone, and as we can see already, lots can happen. Ocon finally stops. Maloney's now got to get past Hadjar, another medium runner yet to stop. Albon's got past him. It's key that we try and get past him here. Hadjar's getting a lovely toe, and that's going to keep him ahead for a little while. All 22 still in the race. And just 4 yet to stop for Verstappen, Piastri, and Norris. And Hadjar. Come on, Maloney, we need to get this done because Albon's going to break the DRS. He has broken the DRS. This is working lovely for Albon. Oh, this is awful for us. Stroll, wow. Stroll's out very wide there. And again, for good measure, Maloney having none of that. Maloney was having absolutely none of that from Lance Stroll. And what we'll do here...
You can slow down a bit.
Is we won't ask him to move out of the way, but it should happen naturally here. It should happen naturally out of this corner. Sometimes if you ask them to move out of the way, they lose too much time. So naturally, he is fast.
Okay.
Now we can ask Maloney not to fight his teammate. I didn't want to ask Maloney to get out of the way because sometimes they move out of the way at a really silly place and lose so much time. And that would have given Stroll the chance to get to Maloney. So right, we are 11th and 12th, but unfortunately we're now 3.6 off Albon for that last point. And yeah, it's a struggle now. Where's Fernando? He's 76. Tsunoda and Alonso are going to have to stop a lot earlier, you'd think. So who knows? But yeah, the pit stop delay on Colapinto. He'd be 10 seconds up the road here, so he would be with Antonelli and Tsunoda.
Yeah, copy.
But what we can do here is now just... we can frustrate Stroll here. And we can just keep our drivers in alignment here, but Colapinto's not really gaining on Albon, is he? We really don't want our two drivers on the same piece of racetrack, but there's not much we can do about this. A lover of Disney, never ideal when you come out in front of your team. No, exactly, I really don't want these two on the same piece of racetrack, but... And they wouldn't have been by that 10-second pit stop. I'd say Colapinto would have been 7-8 seconds up the road from Maloney. It's not really a track that I want them to fight on because they will end up pushing each other wide and it'll lose us so much time. So I think we're just going to have to sit as we are for a moment and hope that Colapinto starts to gain on Albon at some point. What we probably can do is do a bit of top up with Maloney while he's sitting behind.
Copy.
More charge, more charge.
Oh, the rest of the grid are actually catching us at this phase. A bit worrying at the moment. Doesn't look like we've got the pace at this phase of the Grand Prix. Does it? It looks like we're losing a lot of pace. Still free. Oh, I don't know. Gasly's still about 3.5. Colapinto 3.4. So we're monitoring this gap between Colapinto and Albon. And Gasly behind Stroll. So Gasly is getting under 3 seconds. As Maloney does overtake. Well, I've got a yellow flag. We're okay.
Yellow ahead.
Copy.
And Pierre Gasly is no longer 3 seconds behind because the Frenchman's had a Spinalowski somewhere. He's going to light up the rears. Got a bit on the sausage curb.
Oh my. No management.
All right, let's get some battery pushing with Franco. Keep Maloney in that DRS. Let's drag Maloney with us while he's looking after his battery and tyres a bit. Piastri is in. I don't think it's stopped yet. If you joined us for the first time, you know that we very rarely skip or forward the track action, but at the moment there's not too much going on, so I'm just trying to close that gap to Alex Albon, but it's not really reducing as quickly as I'd like. It was 3.5 seconds. It has come down to 2.5, but we're using a lot of battery to get there. 1.6. As Verstappen and Norris are in now, I think that's everyone making their first stop, so they may well be going for a one-stopper. And Maloney needs to just hurry up a little bit here, because he might lose the DRS to his teammate. Oh, Maloney's...
More speed.
Maloney is going to lose the DRS, so that is going to be problematic. Because he's got Lance Stroll all over the back of him. What's Lance on? Lance is down to 56% on his mediums, though. Right, let's just actually harvest here. We'll let Lance pull away. Oh, no. That's not ideal. That is not ideal at all.
Copy.
Been forced out. And so you can lose quite a bit of time, so Maloney's going to have to try and catch up to him now.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Colapinto 1.2, 1.4 off Albon. Might be starting to get a toe now, though. Maloney just needs to use a bit of battery and tyre life. Get back with Stroll, which he is doing. So now we can manage them again.
Try to slow down a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Colapinto is getting closer to Albon, and this would be for a World Championship point. So this is key. And Albon's on the hard, so we're due to stop now. Lap 48 with Colapinto. Lap 53 with Maloney. Colapinto gaining. It won't be enough to get the move. Maloney is going to get the move, and he's going to get the second helping of DRS to help him pull away. And Maloney back past Stroll, but is Colapinto about to move past Alex Albon here?
You are doing a good job.
Not quite, but he's got another chance here. But Albon definitely used a lot of battery coming out of that corner, because he's absolutely bolted off that corner. Absolutely fine though. Colapinto can just stay with him. Maloney, we are using quite a bit of battery here, but
No lift off.
worth it if we can break that DRS to Lance Stroll, which he has just about done here. He has done it. Right, Colapinto for another go here. Could do with saving a little bit of tyre life. He's got to get these to lap 48. So whilst we're attacking, we'll try and just save a bit at the same time. DRS again. And hopefully Alex is trying to use a lot of battery to defend. 10 seconds back now on the top 9, so the top 9 are fully pulled away. Let's see if we can get closer to him this time. Less battery being used by Albon that time. Not harvesting though. We look to the inside, then we swap to the outside. Now we've got to really hope we're not pushed out wide here. Albon's going to be aggressive. Franco's going to try and stay in there though. And this is looking good, but we saw with Ocon, he could hang it out around the outside, but he doesn't, and Colapinto is through. But Albon is now going to get the lovely return of DRS on the start-finish straight. Russell leads the race, but we've got 2 stoppers against a 1 stopper here, so that could all change in the final stint. Yeah, although Franco's got this done, he's now given the DRS advantage to Colapinto, to Albon. And here comes Albon. can't get it done there, but he get a second helping. Aklut, hey, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're well. Albon doesn't make the move there. He's going to get a third helping of DRS through here. I was hoping he'd get us on that straight, and then I would have got him on this DRS and used the battery to try and break the DRS, but we're going to have to go for another lap here. Albon having a look, but it's not going to happen there. Right, so we carry on for another lap. So yeah, Russell leads by from Leclerc by 2 seconds. Hamilton a further 7 back. But they are all 2 stopping. Russell down 48% on softs, Leclerc 52% softs, Hamilton 57%. And then we've got Verstappen, Piastri, Norris, 4th to 6th, who are all on hards at 90%. So I'd imagine they're trying a one-stopper, as Leclerc's ERS problem has got worse. So he may be going even slower in that Ferrari. So that's going to be problematic for him. Right, Albon. See, ideally, I want Albon to get us on this straight, because it would give me the DRS on the third one. And that's the best way to pull away on this track, but Albon's not getting it done. Right, if he doesn't get past us here at the end of this straight, then we'll use some battery, but I think he is closer this time to get it done. Or is he? I don't know. Maybe not. Right, let's try and use some battery. See if we can break this. DRS is way overpowered on certain... Yeah, it is. That's one of the biggest problems with this game. Too many DRS trains. Once you learn... Well, obviously, if you watch F1, you know the tracks. But once you learn the tracks in terms of F1 Manager and how to use the DRS to your advantage and how to break it. For example, there, if you can overtake on that third DRS zone and then just use the battery, you can normally break it quite easily. We're trying to break it without doing that, but I don't think we're going to quite get there, which... Now, this is the problem. We've used a lot of battery. Did Albon get it? He did. Will he get close enough for this second helping, though? I don't think he will. He's near enough. He's teetering on the edge of it. Oh, he did. Oh, Alex. And this is a longer straight. It's 1.1. So this is where he'll start to gain again, and then he'll get a third helping. We're just going to have to commit to this. Going to have to commit here. Right, Maloney's used quite a bit of that fuel again.
Try to increase the lift off.
Right, the DRS is broken now, so let's just keep pushing for a few more corners. This Albon's not really going anywhere, is he? This may well be a fight with Albon all the way through this race for P10. I don't think anyone else behind us is contention. Stroll, his tyres and Sainz are too warm, so I've used all that battery, which is not ideal. In this game, how do you improve your pit team? Whenever I play with a train, the time or errors doesn't seem to change. The biggest thing is try to keep the mistakes low. So on the right hand side, you've got the 2 tabs. You've got the total tab and the cumulative tab. You want to look at that cumulative tab for the Sunday race and make sure they're either well rested or just creeping over to tyre, because that'll mean the chance of mistake is about 15%. So it can still happen. Mine's 15% coming into this race, and as you've seen, we've got a 10-second stop, but it should be more rare. It just takes time, though. If you're trying to reduce the pit stop time, it isn't something you can do. Say in the first season, you can't go from like 2.7 down to 1.8. It does take a couple of seasons, so you just got to each month keep that fatigue low, but also focus on pit stop time, and it'll reduce literally by 0.01 or 0.2 a month. You can do that regularly all season. And then you can take real gains in the post-race, post-season and pre-season, because you have a couple of months where there's no races. So for those, just have them working every day on reducing pit stop time, and you can shave a good few milliseconds off it. Right, Colapinto has certainly broken the DRS to Albon now. Albon's dropped 2.6 back. As we saw someone else into the pits there. I think George Russell has made his second stop as well. Max, hello. How's it going? Hope you're well. And Maloney is 2.2 off Albon. So Albon's 2 seconds off Colapinto. Maloney 2 seconds off Albon. And now what's going to work for our drivers? Is it going to be this medium to softs or a longer run on the hards to softs for Maloney? That's going to be interesting to see if our two drivers meet again at the end of the race. Max, how far are you into a career? This is a new series, so we recently had our Team Lotus series, which we've just wrapped up. So this is the 9th race of Season 1 in this Maserati series. And if you aren't watching on YouTube, if you're on Twitch or TikTok, do head to my profile. In the bio, you'll find the YouTube link, and on there you can see the playlist for this series and our previous Team Lotus series. All of the live streams are just literally of the full race, but the episodes, we drop 2 episodes a week. That has everything we do off track, has practice, qualifying, sprint races, and then obviously the highlights of these streams as well. So do head over to the YouTube, subscribe, and check out the playlist for this Maserati and Team Lotus series as well. As we say, if you join us for the first time, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday from about 7 PM UK time. So we'll be back again on Friday. And say we very rarely forward the track action, but we are going to forward now because there's not too much going on. So lap 48 for Colapinto, lap 53 for Maloney. And we'll just monitor those gaps as Sainz is pitting. Alonso pits as well. Stroll is in, so we've got to be mindful of Stroll because he might get an undercut. Franco Fuel, good shout, Jake. Thank you, because I'm prone to forgetting that, and yeah, we don't want him getting that in the red. So great shout from Jake. Thank you, buddy. Max, thanks for the follow. Yes, chat, if you do watch this, you must remind me of fuel because I'm such a noob when it comes to fuel. I just take... I think it's more when I'm streaming because I'm looking at chat, I'm looking at a few things and just completely forget. I need the game to implement a big red warning in the middle here when fuel is critical.
Tires update.
So Stroll is out on the hards, Sainz is out on the hards, so they might be getting an undercut on us here. We'll have to wait and see. Maloney is getting close to Albon here. Is Albon going to jump into the pit soon? No, probably not. Colapinto lap 48, so another 5 laps. And Alonso, we were on merit fighting him early on in the race, but he's now got a pit stop ahead of us because of that 10.8 second stop for Colapinto. An absolute disgusting pit stop from our pit crew. Can Colapinto just stay with him? No, he can't. I was hoping he'd stay with him just to get another helping of DRS. But he's fallen away. But he has built 5 seconds on Albon now. So it's starting to work out okay now. We're basically fighting for P10 and we're hoping for some drama ahead of us. How slow will Leclerc be in the final stages? He's made his second stop. Yeah, we're going to be too far back on him. He's losing a lot of time though. Verstappen now leads on that one stopper. They're now, apart from Yuki, they're now all on a net pit stop. So they are fighting till the end, the leaders. Colapinto has got some DRS there off a back marker, it looks like. Yeah, we're now lapping Hulkenberg. We must have lapped someone else before that because we had a helping of DRS. So, Franco, we need another 3 laps and then he can come in. Maloney is getting ever closer to Albon, Albon's fighting with Antonelli, actually. Antonelli has just come out on his final stop.
He's a 1.5 from you.
So, okay, yeah, just heading towards lap 48. Sonoda's into the pits. The problem with Maloney now is that Albon is getting some DRS off Antonelli, which is going to help him out being a little bit quicker here. Not ideal. Alright, 2 more laps. So we've got a yellow flag briefly there. Who ran wide? Colapinto? No. Or did he? Doohan's locked up.
So heading into turn 1 here.
Oh, Jack Doohan.
Very heavy on the brakes.
Past his teammate, Pierre Gasly, and hands it straight back to him. I don't think Colapinto did lock up there. I think that was just an error in the radio message in the game there. Hope so, anyway. Yeah, still 5 seconds to Albon, so... Sonoda's passed Maloney there. Sonoda's just made his second stop, so again, we're not fighting Yuki, but we would take that DRS off him. We have got some DRS, so Tsunoda's going to get past Albon here, and that should get Maloney pretty close to Albon now.
Ahead of you is Albon.
Albon down to 36%, so Albon is going to get the undercut though on Maloney. What's the pit loss here?
Yeah,
Pit
you're
loss
doing
is
your
22
best.
seconds, without having a 10-second stop, of course. So yeah, Stroll is going to undercut Maloney, but we'll have better tyres at the end, so we should have a good chance of getting Stroll back, I'd hope. Albon has not got the DRS on Tsunoda. Is he going to come into the pits? No, he's not. So here we go, DRS then. Zane Maloney on Alex Albon, looking at the inside. Job done, and again, forcing Albon out. As I said, this track is one of the worst for forcing drivers out, but I don't mind it when it's not our driver. Maloney through,
Yeah,
takes the DRS to help him, breaks the DRS to Albon.
P11.
Lovely stuff from Zane. There we go, on board. So Maloney P11, but he's not stopping now until lap 53. Colapinto can probably get in this lap, actually. We'll go one more. We'll go one more with Franco. As Antonelli's just got past him, but again, we're not fighting Kimi. We're really fighting Albon for P10. And Albon's still not pitting, which is good for Colapinto here. He's got Yuki Tsunoda all over him. Again, we're not fighting Yuki, though. Right, Colapinto, please let's not have a 10-second pit stop from our pit crew. We should be around a 2.7, so they're not blistering at the minute, our pit crew. But on average, 2.7 is where we're at. Here we go. Come on, fingers crossed. 2.5. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. Where's he going to filter out? Is Stroll going to get an undercut on him? No, he's too far back, isn't he? Yeah. So Colapinto. That's going to be him till the end now. We will just attack to get some tyre life in there. Jocelyn, thanks for the follow. Right, Maloney, another 3 laps or so, then we'll get him in. But I'm just going to save because the game's just glitched a couple of times there. I just want to make sure we don't lose this progress. Haven't had a crash since this game came out, but you never know. It's just a couple of times it's just lagged a little bit for some reason. Right, Franco is lapping Behrman, I believe that is. Yeah, Ollie Behrman. All right, just get the tyres in the window, and then we'll go back to his strategy, which is going to be light for Franco till the end. Albon is now into the pits.
Are you ready?
So this is where he may get the undercut. Of course, Franco, we may have to save some fuel, so chat, do keep an eye on that if we get 5-6 laps to the end and he's still negative. I'm hoping he'll naturally get quite a bit of that back. That looked like a nice pit stop. Colapinto already passed him though. Got a yellow flag. I've got a virtual safety car. And that... I'll switch to the mediums for Maloney. That is absolutely perfect for Maloney. Not so good for Colapinto, but the benefit is Albon has already stopped. And it's Ollie Behrman who's crashed.
Here we go, heading into turn 1. Within a split second, the impact's made.
Oh,
and that's
loses
not
it.
what they would have had in mind when they woke up this morning.
And Ollie Behrman is out. Virtual safety car. This is great for Colapinto's fuel. I think mediums is the way to go, just to give us a bit more. What's Albon on? He's on the mediums, yeah, so we'll just cover what he's on. Did Albon gain anything from that? Doesn't really matter, actually, because... no, he's still 10, 11 seconds off Colapinto. Maloney will gain from it.
Yeah,
so,
okay, confirm with the driver.
Zane Maloney then. He is in. And this should be enough to keep him ahead of Albon. Albon probably would have got an undercut. But that virtual safety car, beautiful timing just as Albon was coming out of the pit, so he doesn't really benefit from it. Maloney will get full benefit from it. As long as our pit crew don't do any of this 10-second nonsense. Here we go. Slow from right. Please get it on. Oh my god, they're dreadful today. 5.7. We've lost 3 seconds in that stop. Not as bad. Should still clear Albon.
And there's
That was the
been a
main
slow
thing.
pit stop.
Well, that's we'll clear Stroll as well because the safety car line he can't overtake now. So
Come on!
oh, Zane. Well, Zane's upset about it. He's really upset. That's the first radio message. That radio message from Zane Maloney I've heard. That's quite funny. It's quite delayed.
Copy.
It'd been, if he was saying that while in the pit box, I'd get it, but nevertheless, right. What does that mean? Colapinto 10th and Maloney P11. He's got Stroll right behind him, but Stroll is on the hards. He's took 22% out of them already. So you'd like to think we might be okay against him. Let's just forward on until we go green flag racing again. But that is beautiful for Colapinto's fuel.
Copy.
So Colapinto has got 7 seconds on anyone behind him in P10, so it's looking very nice for Colapinto. What can Maloney do? He's got to stay in P11 really, because if there's any trouble ahead of us, he would capitalise and gain himself a point. As Stroll is trying to have a go at him. Albon, yeah, really lost out there. He's 10 seconds behind us now, so absolutely beautiful for Zane Maloney. Hashtag hi, I want to play F1 24. Do I want to play it or you want to play it? All right, 17 laps to go, and we've got a good chance of at least a point with Colapinto. Stroll is looking very racy on the restart here, but I'd say 75% tyre life. You go for it, Lance. Ah, no, we'll force you out. Force you out, Lance. Zane's been doing it all day and he does it again.
Target.
Copy.
Right, so Ollie Behrman, the only driver out of this race. Stroll is deciding to use a lot of his battery, judging by his pace right now, and that's absolutely fine. We're in it for the long haul. Colapinto, do need to be careful of his tyres. Right, we do want to stay with Stroll at least here, though.
No problem, no problem. Behind you have Albon.
How slow is Leclerc going? Not slow enough, is he? No, we're 19 seconds off Tsunoda, let alone Leclerc. So, yeah, we'd need someone to crash out or have a big issue if we're to gain any more points in this one. But still, I'd take a point. I wasn't really expecting points at all this year, and we've already got 16. So I think we've got 16. This will take us to 17. Right, Maloney does hold on to the DRS. Colapinto really just got to keep it on the racetrack. He's got 6 seconds to Stroll. Stroll, 72% on his hards. Now, I think he's using a lot of battery as it stands. Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the race. Here we go then, Maloney on the outside. Now, this is where we can use a lot of the battery.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
And there we go. This is the best chance to break the DRS. Overtake with the DRS, use the battery, and then within the next 3-4 corners, you should be able to get a second. Might be a little bit harder because we're just off a restart and Stroll is pushing as the AI normally push off a restart and a start of a race. Well, let's have a look. We're up to nearly 8 tenths. Yeah, Stroll is definitely pushing. Don't think we're quite going to break it. Which is frustrating, so we're using a lot of battery there, but we'll top up again.
Yeah, copy.
Colapinto, is that a back marker he's on? No, he's been lapped. So the leaders have lapped everyone up to 10th so far. There's some great pace from them. Russell's actually got better tyre life than Verstappen now. And Hamilton on the mediums, he's 11 seconds back though. Russell looking good for a win though, although he has got an issue. Well, let's jump back to Maloney then. Here comes Stroll again. Stroll down to 67%. He's really wrecking his tyres by how hard he's trying to drive here. So I think long term, Maloney should have this on Stroll. Yeah, let's have a look at what that Russell issue is. George Russell has got an engine issue. So Leclerc has got an ERS issue. Russell, an engine issue. Colapinto is staying with George Russell here, which is nice because it's just giving him some DRS. Right, back to Maloney against Stroll. And Stroll looking for that inside line here. And he should get this one. Oh, God, that was aggressive. He should get this one done because he's now got DRS to pull away. But Maloney, again, showing good exit speed there. And although Stroll's got DRS... Oh, God, Stroll is driving like a madman at the moment. We need to get past him and get away from him because he could be doing some damage in a minute. 64% is tyre life.
Yeah, copy.
Colapinto is still holding on to George Russell here. It's just helping Colapinto manage his race here. So it's built him 7 seconds now to Stroll and Maloney. So Colapinto just really needs to stay with the leaders, stay in their DRS and bring the car home. Right, Maloney again. I'm just going to use this battle just to top up a bit of battery.
Try to recover your previous
Got the leaders coming through.
Was looking fine.
So Hamilton and Norris are going to lap us shortly. Alright, is Stroll going to get back past us with the DRS? We're not really covered off that inside too well, Zane. I'm just worried that we're going to be in that gravel at some point. Ooh, close. But Maloney takes that exit on the outside, gives him the inside here, and he's back past. We really want the leaders to get Stroll first, because that would break the DRS.
You are doing well there.
The problem is Stroll again is going to get us on this back straight. How close is Hamilton now? He's getting very close. We might get unlucky here, but let's see. We really want Stroll to have to get out of the way of Hamilton first. Stroll is going to get another helping of DRS.
Yeah, copy.
Is he going to have to get out of the way though before he makes the move? Let's deploy.
And overtake available.
Did Stroll get the DRS? He did. But Stroll's moved out of the way and we didn't. Stroll moved out of the way, although we had the position, I think. Right, we take that. There we go. Stroll out of the way of both Hamilton and Norris. We've got to do the same, though. And we're doing it now. Are we going to do it for both of them? Not yet. Right, we will keep DRS on Norris at least. That looked nice. That looked like a nice way to get out of the way. Do we keep the DRS though? That might be more than a second, you know. I think we might have lost the DRS. No, we just kept it. Just kept it on Lando Norris to help us in our defence. And that's key because we get it all the way now.
Slightly bit more the lift off.
Yeah, Stroll's not going away, is he? 56% is hard tyres. Colapinto has now built a 10-second gap. Just lost out the DRS to Russell finally, but he's done what he needed to do, Colapinto. Maloney, don't be doing something stupid here. Don't really want you unlapping yourself, because you're just going to have to get out of the way again. So that's not ideal, really. It should have just sat behind Lando. Because now, when we next move out of the way, we're going to wave goodbye to Lance Stroll as well. So, not ideal, that. 10 to go. And Colapinto looking good for a point. And Maloney still in a battle then with Lance Stroll. Just using too much battery. We haven't got the battery at the moment. Right, are we going to have to get out of the way? Lando should be able to naturally overtake. Oh, but Lando hasn't, and that's given us no DRS again. And we're forced out. Right. At least they're out of the way with now. Oh, we've got 70%. I think we've got a bit of tyre to attack on. It's just when we decide to go for it, really. Try and go now.
Margin to push more speed.
Try to go now just to stay with Lando, keep the DRS. It'll allow us to manage our tyres and our battery. Right, 10 to go. And say Colapinto looking good for the point. Right, now what we don't want...
Mode charge.
Copy.
Don't want him overtaking. Oh, Franco, don't overtake again, please.
Yeah, copy.
Lando's just not got the pace to really pull away, has he? That's the problem.
Yeah, copy.
And Stroll's on the inside. And Albon's coming back into this battle, and he will be now, because we're finally forced out on that curve. That's going to happen at some point. And Alex Albon, who we were fighting earlier, is back onto us. Stroll has been a menace for us there.
Try to close the gap with the car ahead.
I think we can get back to him pretty easily, but...
Mode race, okay.
Copy.
He's going to get that DRS, though, off Lando, which is... Lando's becoming a bit of an issue, really. Need Lando to bolt off down the road, really, now. Stroll and Lando on the exact same tyre life.
Albon on DRS.
Now got a 4-car DRS train, but Norris is not fighting for position here. Verstappen still leads. Just about. There's Russell. Trying to make a move for the lead of this race, George. He's got an engine issue, but George Russell is free on the inside for the lead of the race. And Maloney is back onto Stroll, and they've both cleared Norris now. What is going on here? This is
They're trying to protect the front.
Copy.
all a bit random. Colapinto, 10 seconds still on Stroll. He's having a nice little race now. But this, with Lando Norris in the mix, just isn't ideal, because at any time our driver could decide to let him pass again, which will just lose us a lot of time. Right, Maloney. That's it. Stay behind there. I like that. And stay behind before this detection zone, ideally. I don't think we are though. Oh, Stroll has done it again. He's moved out of the way again. Right, let's just attack now. Albon's fighting. Oh no, we're doing it now. No. Watch. No, what is going on? Lando, get out of the way. Oh, this is just...
You can push as much as
There's no setting on this where you can say, you know, to ignore the lead car, so this is just... That's just going to keep on happening,
slow down
isn't
a
it?
bit more.
Let's just manage this. Stay with Stroll. Albon's past us now. We're back past Albon and Norris. Lando just can't break away. It's just causing so much havoc here, having Lando, because we get past him, then we feel we're obliged to move out of the way again. Which we shouldn't. We could probably pull away at this rate. Right, Maloney. Is Stroll going to do it again? Yeah, he's doing it again, and then we'll do it again at the top of the hill, though. This is what happened last time.
You are doing a good job.
Please don't pull out of the way, Maloney. Just go. Oh no.
You can push a bit more now.
Right,
Copy.
that's fine. Right, what I want to do is harvest. Let's go
Try to
really
slow
slow.
down.
Let Lando get away.
Copy.
Let's try and help Lando break the DRS
Don't
here.
forget the lift off.
Copy.
We can't see the timing to Lando, of course, because he's lapped us, but I'm trying to go really slow to help Lando break the DRS, because that will help us. But Lando's just not going anywhere, is he? He's not quick enough. Lando Norris just is not quick enough.
Albon is the DRS.
Yes, force Albon out. We'll take that. Hadjar's got a mechanical fault. Alright. If we can not overtake Lando here and keep
More charge.
Stroll
More charge.
behind us,
Copy.
don't overtake him, please.
Okay, you can
Yes.
slow down a bit now.
Right. I'm gonna just try and go slow through here and just let Lando go. Lando's on 44%. I don't get why Lando's not able to pull away here. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Tires update.
I can't go any
Try to slow
slower.
off a little bit.
No, it's not happening.
Copy.
Lando is slow.
No lift off anymore.
Copy.
Right, we're gonna have to try and get past Lando again then. I'm gonna have to try and get past him so he can't reclaim the position or overtake, lap. Alright, let's go
You
for
can
it out
push
here.
more.
Yep.
That's it, that's it. Get the DRS.
No lift off.
Copy.
Please overtake him this time, Maloney. He's just gonna sit behind him, isn't he? Oh, that's classic, that is.
Copy.
Okay, more charge. More charge.
Yep. Yep.
This is so frustrating. We can't do anything. The DRS, it's just the DRS effect. If we had clean air, I think we'd just pull away from Stroll.
Copy.
You can slow down a bit.
Copy.
And it was so close.
Mode race. Mode race.
Yeah.
Full overtake available.
Ask him to drive in clean air, see if he pulls out to the side of him.
Try to cool the engine.
Copy.
That's better. Oh, did we get the DRS there? That would be key if we did. We didn't. Lando's got the DRS. Are we going to move out of the way for him? Or will Zane just decide that he's quick enough?
Copy.
No overtake.
Yeah.
Colapinto's fuel, yes. Thanks for reminding me, because that was about to end in no fuel. It's been so concentrating on Maloney here. Right, Colapinto, how long have we got? 2 laps? Is that going to be enough? Oh, please don't say we're going to run out of fuel. He's lapped, isn't he? That'll help us. Oh, God, I'm worrying. I'm worrying.
Copy.
Please don't say Colapinto's going to run out of fuel. We have been lapped, so I think it'll be alright.
Good job on tires at the moment. Keep working on it.
It's not really going down, is it? Oh, God. Franco, just coast. Oh, my God. We're back out of the way, and that's put Stroll back on us, and we've got no battery. Franco's down to 0.8. I think he's going to be alright, because he's got to do 1 lap less. But is that too much fuel? I don't know. Oh, we've got to do the same with Maloney.
You can have some lift off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Copy.
chat, please don't say Colapinto is running out of fuel here. I'm not even bothered about Maloney now.
Copy.
I think Colapinto is going to run out of fuel. Oh, no. But then Maloney would be able to get a point, so we do need to kind of hold on to this. Russell's fault's got worse. Here comes Stroll.
Overtake available.
I feel like Colapinto's just going to conk out in a moment. Where's Russell?
No overtake now.
Yeah. Copy.
Russell's finished. Colapinto's just got to get to the line. Please, Franco. Please.
Russell wins it.
Russell's
First
won.
over the
Verstappen
line.
second. Is Colapinto going to get to the line? Yes! Franco's done it! Oh, thank God. Franco's done it, and Maloney does see off Stroll. Oh, Eddie, thanks for that in the chat. I think Eddie later we were done for there. Although Colapinto's still going, as I say, we were lapped. If we weren't lapped, we were absolutely done for there. But Franco, done enough there. That 10-second pit stop did not help, but still enough for him to claim P10, and that is another point for Maserati. As I say, we're not expecting points this year, and I believe we've now got 17 of them. But I must say, I was panicking at the end there. I thought we were bound to run out of fuel. But as I say, he's still going, so he's comfortable. He was comfortable being that lap down. I want to stay on board, see where he does actually run out of fuel, but I think it's going to load to the celebration scenes. Yeah, there we go. Oh God, that was slow as well. It's been a bit buggy today.
A
There we
great
go.
drive today from Max Verstappen.
Max
This
just, he didn't
podium
win it
is
though, did
something
he?
the whole
No.
team can be
Max
proud of.
finished second,
Excellent
so,
strategy and perfectly executed.
Yeah, it's George Russell that won it then. George Russell up 2 to finish first. Max Verstappen second. Lewis Hamilton from pole down to third. Lando Norris fourth. Oscar Piastri, a good drive. Started 10th, finishes 5th. Charles Leclerc had that ERS issue, so he went backwards to 6th. Antonelli 7th. Alonso 8th. Yuki Tsunoda up 2 to 9th. And Franco Colapinto, as I say, we're lucky to get into Q3. Down 1, but still 10th place and a point. So we very much take that. And Zane Maloney did hold off Stroll in the end, was 11th. He was ready to capitalise if anything happened ahead of us. Wasn't anything that we could take advantage of. But 10th and 11th, the car is roughly about 13th to 16th. We're around these Williams. So actually, 10th and 11th, we do take that indeed. What's that done to the Drivers' Championship? Wow. George Russell jumps from 3rd to 1st. This is very tight. Imagine this for an actual Drivers' Championship. We'd take that, wouldn't we? It's George Russell now leading the championship by 2 points. Lewis Hamilton, who's in 2nd. Max Verstappen 3rd. Max is now 8 points off George Russell. Leclerc drops to 4th, had that issue, but he's only 14 points back. And the McLaren's not really out of contention. Piastri 114, Lando 110. He's only 44 points off. So, you know, if they have a good run of victories or podiums, McLaren will be right in it with their drivers as well. So any of the top 6 could win this Drivers' Championship. And it was a sprint weekend, so you can see a bit of a spoiler there. Zane Maloney did get a point in the sprint, so actually we take 2 points over this weekend. Antonelli 7th, Alonso 8th, Yuki Tsunoda 9th. But Zane Maloney jumps up into the top 10, replacing Lawson. Lawson not really being able to get points since he's gone into the RB. Maloney now on 14. Liam Lawson 11th, Albon 12th. Lance Stroll gets 2 points this weekend. He's on 13. Colapinto gets another point. He's in 14th. And Carlos Sainz 15th. The rest yet to score. And what has that done to the constructors? Still Ferrari leading, and they've got quite a nice lead, I'd say, there so far. What's that, 68 points? So a 68-point margin on McLaren. Then it's very close between McLaren, Mercedes, and Red Bull not too far away. So it's a top 4. Aston Martin in sort of no man's land there in 5th. And then we've got ourselves in 6th. And 6th is looking very nice so far this season because Williams don't score points again. And we've now got a 9-point margin on Williams. Then we have RB on 2. Alpine, Kicksauber and Haas are yet to score. Our pit stops are awful, but somehow we do manage to pick up that 8th quickest stop today, giving us 4 points. That means we remain in 10th. So we're trying to finish at least 10th. We don't want to finish last, so we're doing that so far, but we're not too far off some of these. So let's see what we do there. And we should have hit our sponsorship target because I think we went for 18th or higher. So that gives us a lovely $1.1 million. Addy Zane P10 in the World Drivers' Championship. Yeah, he's doing big things. Didn't score in the race there, but did score in the sprint. So it means he scored in Monaco, scored in Barcelona, scored in the Austrian sprint. So he scored in 3 weekends in a row. So I'm impressed with him because I thought Franco would dominate him this year. But yeah, Zane Maloney doing big things. And we are very grateful for that. But yeah, that is going to bring this one to a close. If you can do me a massive favour before you go, do smash that like button. It really helps me out. As I say, if you've watched on TikTok or Twitch, head to my profile, click the YouTube link in the bio, and head over there and subscribe on YouTube and follow this Maserati playlist. I appreciate all the comments, all the support. As I say, we will be back on Friday, where we'll be taking on Silverstone. So we've only got 4 days off track, so there won't be too much that we do on that. So probably the car that we've ran today. So again, sneaky chance of outside points if there's some drama or we can capitalize on a safety car, nail the strategy. So that's what we'll be trying to do in Silverstone on Friday. So hopefully I'll see you then. We'll be on from about 7 p.m, between 7 p.m. and 7:10. So thanks for the support. Thanks for the comments. Thanks, Addy. See you later. Have a good week. Have a good week, Henry. And hopefully